Really, that you'd kept the team together for a couple of years, and this was supposed to be the year. What happens now?
Well, I think we just look to next year. Like John was saying as well, we had a bit of bad luck against Bulleen. I mean, like contrary to what you were saying, we got thumped. We, as everyone knows who was there, a couple of bad goals at the start. The third one, as we were saying.
And Norm Doherty is a bit of a liability, isn't he? I hope you're watching, Normie.
Norm's pretty good. I think Norm's a good player.
That's Blakey's favourite player, by the way, in the whole world.
And as I was saying, I think we just have to look to next year, like John was saying, and hopefully from next year we can do one step further.
John, I heard it this morning actually that Craig Lewis and Adrian Sharapovsky have agreed terms with South Melbourne, so they could be moving on.
Yeah.
What's it looking for next year?
I had a quick chat to Craig the other night, and just wanting to find out whether they did sign. They've agreed terms. It's just a matter of Sunshine, George Cross and South Melbourne coming to terms. So I think they're more or less sealed. Just wish the boys all the best. With Agim, I've always believed that he was a quality player, and with a bit of coaching you can go one step further and cement a position in the first team.
And quickly too, another club that made the finals this year for the very first time. There was a lot of excitement about their debut appearance. Of course, the Albion Red Sox didn't get past the elimination final, but an achievement in itself. John Dowie, the coach, sitting there. And John, I mean, apart from anything else just getting there, Albion's been a renowned choker in the run into the finals. I did the stats on that, John, so I do know. Yeah. But you turned it round this year, so maybe one step further.
Yeah, we felt for a long time prior to coming up to the finals, maybe 6 weeks prior to the finals, that we could get there. The way we lost the game was very disappointing. Had we won in penalties, we felt we could have taken it a couple of steps further, but as you said, just getting there was a great achievement for this club and the players. Credit to everybody, yeah. And
of course, Robbie Bryan's there. And Rob, I mean, for you, a fantastic...
Oh, Blakey, I'll just get up and down here while you're doing it.
Well, you asked him a pertinent question. I mean, that's just...
Well, why doesn't Sloppy come out and get his knees done in? I've got housewives' knees.
Don't ask Robbie Bryan.
No,
Robert, Greggy was asking you a question there over there.
I was just going to say, terrific year, because you've been sort of hot and cold. I mean, at one stage you were the next big thing, and you've returned this year, and I know John's been a terrific rap for what you've done for the team.
Yeah, I've enjoyed it down there, and it makes a big difference. It's a lot easier to play well when you're enjoying where you're playing, so, that was probably the key, I think, this year.
I want to ask Ahmed Ali, the president of Albion. The club's gained a lot of credibility this year. You've done a tremendous job since you took over as president. I want to know where you're going to go from here. What's the plans for Albion next year and into the future, because you've got tremendous potential. I mean, the Turkish community is a very big community in Melbourne, and you can go a long way.
Yes, thank you, Laurie. Certainly, well, I think we have enormous potential. We were able to put together a very exciting and keen committee this year, and we've worked very hard. Full credit to John and the boys for really working hard throughout the year. We were so unlucky to miss out in the first round, and for 96, just watch out. I think we'll be there again in the finals. We're very confident about that. We're out to build the team. We have some difficulties with the local council about our ground at the moment, but we're working on it at the moment at a fairly peak level, and I'm hoping over the next month or so we'll find a resolution to that too. But everyone can watch out for Albion next year, that's for sure.
So it's going to be an all-Western Suburbs grand final next year. Albion against Altona Magic.
Only if you shut up, Laurie. Mickey, our floor manager, our faithful floor manager, who's done so much good work this year, tells me that time is starting to run a Guinness. What are we up to, Mickey? Results of the weekend? If everybody would be patient enough, we're going to run through what happened elsewhere in Victoria over the weekend. And perhaps we'll start, if I can throw to you, Paulie, the voice of authority.
Thank you,
Williams.
Greg.
Go for it, son.
State League Division 1, and we're just going to catch up with the league tables because we've got such a busy show tonight. And it's Bentley Greens, of course, the league champions there, Thomastown Devils, 7 points behind with 1 round to play, so they're gone. Relegation, rather, Frankston Pines and Oakley still also in with a chance of going down with Knox City. Again, remembering one last game for these teams to play. State League Division 2, Springvale White Eagles, champions there. Congratulations to John Kennedy. Moorabbin City and Essendon Brunswick Royals, 2nd and 3rd. Altona City and Ringwood City look like battling it out for the 2nd relegation spot with Clifton Hill. State League Division 3, Westvale on 56 points, South Dandenong on 53, still a mathematical chance of catching up, but really not much chance at all unless they score about 20 goals in the last game. And down the bottom of the league, Seaford United and Sunbury still battling it out to see who goes down with Sandringham. Finally, State League 4. This is the closest competition in all of Victoria. Cranbourne and South Springvale tied on 54 points apiece with just one game remaining there. So that's a fine end to the season. And down the bottom of the league, it looks like Doveton are going to go down with Brighton, who have disbanded, as we mention, every single week. And you'd disband too if you only had 1 point.
All right, Schwabby.
And I've got the big league, the Provisional League, 3rd Division Northwest. On top is Whittlesea United on 53 points. Runaway winners, Darebin United 47 in second place. On the bottom, West Preston and Upfield on 13. And in South East Central, 3rd Division, Wanturna on top on 51 points. Endeavour Hills on 40. And struggling at the bottom, East Q on 15 and RMIT on 10.
Congratulations, you lummox, you've thrown it. While we're still young, Blakey. Provisional 1, very quickly. Moreland City on top, Brandon Park on the bottom. That's so simple, gentlemen, once you get the hang of it. Provisional 2, Keysborough on top. Monash Uni still on the bloody bottom, as they've been all year. And Provisional 3, Central. Endeavour United on the top, Carrum United on the bottom. Thank you very much. And Shocker, will throw to you again. To the great man, Eugene Brazali.
Well,
he radiates greatness, doesn't he? Don't we love the bloody refs, eh?
And here he is, and he's always finery. He's got his FIFA referee, by the way, and for the uninformed people, that means he can referee any World Cup games. I want you to tell me an honest truth today, Eugene. Referees, are they all married?
Married? Yes, I believe most of them are. Still the same person they were originally, yes.
Yeah, well, what Tom Markowski shouted out to you today, that's not true then. But anyway, you had a great game today, and it's nice to get a final. And how did you overview the game very quickly, Eugene? Was it a good game on your behalf? Because you've had a lot of good games.
Yes, it was a great game, in fact. I thought the guys played a very disciplined game. And I felt as if I could let the game go a little bit because both the Altona guys and the Bulleen guys were fairly disciplined. So if I did let it go, it wasn't going to get into any trouble, and I think it paid dividends with the 3-2 result.
And isn't it terrific too that Eugene, who doesn't see a Premier League game all year, gets the grand final?
Very topical, Blakey.
Congratulations on the performance anyway. We've got to acknowledge some sponsors before we head out for the evening. Don't be, Mickey, spare yourself the grief, Mickey. All right, let's get through
the sponsors like you did the Provisional League.
Absolutely, we've got to be very grateful to these people. We get down on our, metaphorically of course, on our knees and thank them for their support throughout the soccer show.
And fine sponsors they are too: Detail Excavations, Tagliatalia, Soccer Australia Magazine, Bayswater Indoor Soccer Centre,
Nick and Patahi,
Aqua Mineral, Certosa, Italy's best rather, and Obo's Pizza, the best in High Street, Thornbury.
Thanks very much. Before we go, Paul and I have got together just to give Greg a little present to go along with.
It's been a pleasure working with you, Blake.
It's been such a pleasure working with Greg, and we've got this special present for him, and I get the pleasure of giving it to him tonight, and this is it.
That's it from The Soccer Show. We'll see you next season.
I'm back again with the voice of authority, Paul Williams, an hour of soccer highlights, Doherty Cup action.